Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a game between DignitasSjoW. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He's actually from Europe, and this SJOW confuses me, so I'm just going to pronounce it SjoW for this entire series. And he's the red Terran on the top of Scrap Station, and his opponent today is oGs, and he is actually being played by oGsTOP. That is because this game is being played on the North American server, and Top lives in South Korea. He does not have an account of his own, so he's just playing on the communal oGs account. We've seen a lot of games cast in the last week where players are playing on different accounts. Mouse Sports guys are playing on MouseTosh, all the oGs guys are playing on oGs, and they're playing on North American server because SjoW, like I said earlier, is from Europe. oGsTOP is in South Korea. They play on the North American server so that their latency can be about the same and one player doesn't have a real advantage over the other. But this game is being played as Game 1 of a best-of-3 series. It is the quarterfinals of the Kaspersky StarCraft II New Year's Invitational. oGsTOP was an invitee, and DignitasSjoW had to win a group stage against other European players for the honor of playing against oGsTOP and having a chance to advance into the semifinals where he can make a little bit more money. The loser of this best of 3 will receive $50 American, but the winner can go on to win up to $800 USD if he's able to win the entire tournament. But it's a nice Terran versus Terran. I haven't cast one of these in a while. It's been a lot of good variety here in this Kaspersky tournament so far. This is the only mirror match in the quarterfinals, so we'll see what Top is able to do against SjoW and vice versa. It looks like both players right now, if you look at this production tab, are doing identical builds. That's just that very standard Terran build we've seen time and time again. Neither player is doing anything too sneaky to try and confuse his opponent or anything like that. Top is actually going to be the first one to scout here with this blue SCV moving around the map. He's going to get up here and see that nothing out of the ordinary is going on. Both players are getting their orbital commands at the exact same time as well. Here is the first variation, and it's only by a couple of seconds, so it's actually not a variation at all. Top was just a couple seconds slower than SjoW, getting that second supply depot down. And they're both making just a single Marine right now. Both have their first Marines out to guard against scouting SCVs. SjoW is actually not scouting at all, so that is a little bit of a different strategy. Not going to try and scout Top to see what he's doing. Instead, he's going to have that SCV just mining constantly. And both players are getting their factory at the exact same time as well. So if we look at income, you won't really see anything right now because all the SCVs are building, but SjoW should actually have a few more minerals than Top as a result of not scouting. We'll see if that pays off for him. It's just a few seconds really of an SCV walking around the map. Instead, he was actually mining minerals. We'll see. I'm not sure how much benefit that will actually give him, but second gas going up now for Top and for SjoW. These these production tabs are still basically identical here. And yeah, so it's going to come down to micro, really. If they both have the exact same army several minutes into the game, it's just going to be down to who controls their units better. Top is going to be getting a tech lab first onto his factory, and it looks like SjoW is also going for a tech lab, so no surprises there. Top did build another supply depot, though, that SjoW has not, so he will be up on supply. No, actually, never mind. Top was actually slower than SjoW again, and SjoW already had his built. So based on nothing but these few seconds that SjoW is ahead, I would have to give the game to him this early. He's already got pre-igniter upgrade going. He's got a starport down 1 second earlier even. The only difference, man, there's no difference again. These players are building exactly the same. And that makes me wonder if this early Hellion with Blue Flame here is a Korean strategy that SjoW has picked up on, or if it's a European strategy that oGsTOP has picked up on. I'm not sure these guys play together very often, and the fact that they are still identical builds 5.5 minutes into this game means that they've been watching each other's games, I think, or at least they're seeing this a lot on the ladder in both servers. I don't believe oGsTOP plays on the European server a lot. Wouldn't really benefit him to, since he's playing Korean players in the GSL and other Korean tournaments. And the same goes for SjoW. No need to really play on Korean server a lot when you're playing against the same Europeans in all of those live events and things like that. Finally, we're seeing a little bit of divergence here. Top is going for an engineering bay. SjoW is just scouting around with his Hellions, making sure Top has not spread all over the map. Both players are still on one base. Both players are getting medevacs right now. Either player could do a Hellion drop here soon. SjoW actually getting an engineering bay now as well. If we look at units, they should be very, very similar, and yes, they are. Only 2 SCVs difference here, and SjoW is actually ahead on SCV count, so he should be ahead in mineral count as well. Yes, he is. You see there that income is a bit different, and now we see 3 Hellions in this and 7 Marines in this, so we're going to see 2 different drops. I'm going to go ahead and watch SjoW's drop and leave oGsTOP in the picture-in-picture here, and we'll see what each player is able to do. SjoW actually dropped all his Marines, but is taking a long time to actually start moving with them. Here he goes. Starts to move into the mineral line here. He's already got these 2 Hellions up from the bottom that were scouting around earlier. SCVs are surrounding all these Marines. Looks like Top's Hellions are doing a little bit of damage as well. SjoW actually pulls out, saves 3 Marines and a Hellion, but Top was able to defend quite well against that. I don't believe he lost too many units. No, he only lost 6 units there. SjoW lost 37, 38. Wow, these 3 Hellions had done a ton of damage. Holy crap, 13 kills, 10 kills, 11 kills. These 3 Hellions just decimated SjoW, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially the game, as SjoW only has 1 mining SCV and 1 mule. That's his entire economy right there, and he might score this medevac kill, but it's empty, so it's not even really going to matter that much, especially since SjoW's entire hopes for this game lie in this medevac. And there's a Viking out now shooting at the medevac. It might not even reach this cliff to be able to drop. More Marines coming in from the other side, and the medevac goes down full of units. SjoW has no workers and no army. He just got incredibly dominated by 3 Hellions there, folks. That was a bit surprising. So now let's move into game 2 and see if something as incredible as that happens again.